Welcome back to today's drugstore video. We are going to be playing around with a bunch of drugstore makeup that I had picked up that I had either not recently been wanting to try, or it's brand new. So I've got a lot of brands in here to try out. We've got Revlon, Physicians Formula, we got e.l.f., we got Pop Beauty, we have Hard Candy, we have what else? Wet n Wild. We got a bunch of stuff in here to try out today. So I'm excited to share with you guys some of the products that I picked up, show you guys how they work, so you guys can see my full first impressions. And if you guys have tried any of the products that I have tested out in today's video, let me know down below what your thoughts are on them. And aside from that, we're just going to go ahead and get diving into it. Before we get jumping into the video, if you guys haven't hit that red button, it kind of like says subscribe on it. You guys can totally hit it. It's free whenever you want to do. I went to Walmart yesterday and Target, and I accidentally left the bag in the car with all my makeup, and the makeup that I have, like my primer, froze. So I've had this like pressed up against the heater to try to like, get it to work before we started. So if it doesn't work, I think it's because it, froze overnight. And we're gonna be using this new Wet n Wild Impossible primer. They had a few of them to choose from. They had the one that had like the reduced redness. They had another one that was like a hydrator, but I decided to go in with this one because this one said that it's the one. It says it's a silicone-free primer that does it all. So I was like, all right, well, we'll try this one. Yeah, it's still cold. I did see the Marshmallow Primer by NYX that had been kind of popped around here on social media. But I was like looking at it and I was like, I don't know that I want to spend $15 on that primer. Like, some of these drugstore prices just crack me up because I'm like, how are you $15? Like, you should be like 10, 5, 10, 12. That sounds about drugstore prices. But when you start going like 15 and above, and like I start seeing $20 price ranges, I'm getting a little nervous. Looks good. I mean, I can still see my pores, but it's not bunching up with my moisturizer. And I've had a lot of issues with that lately. Like, a lot of the primers I've had do not like my moisturizer. I don't know what's going on there. Today's foundation is actually the CC cream from e.l.f. If you guys didn't see it in my previous video, I did do a review already using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. We tested it out. We did a full day's wear test. So I'm going to start out with a brush. This is the Sigma F84. I actually just heard, or what was I reading, that Sigma went over to, is now sold at Sephora, which I love. I really love Sigma. I've always loved their brushes, so I'm very excited for them. Just like when Makeup Geek went into Target, I love that because it's easily accessible is what I'm trying to say. So now I'm going to move into it with my sponge. I did add a little bit more to this area. I also did wait about 10 seconds just to kind of let the first layer dry a little bit more. So I went ahead and I concealed. We're moving on to powder. I did pick up 2 powders to test out. The first one is not new. I've heard so many people rave about it, and I finally decided to give it a shot because it's supposed to be a drugstore dupe for Charlotte Tilbury. It's the number 7 Lift and Illuminate powder. So I'm hoping this is the right one. There was 2 separate powders to choose from. I ended up going in with the shade Light. Does look soft under there. So let me know if you guys use this underneath your eyes, or do you use this like all over your face. So far it looks good, feels nice. For the rest of my face, I did end up picking up this one, which is the Infallible. Is this one it? I think this is it, but it's the Infallible Fresh Wear powder. I believe this is the one that everybody's been talking about here on TikTok, where they do like a full face of their makeup using this instead of like a liquid foundation. I'm using this to just, dust over my face. I ended up going in with the shade 180 Linen. I was a little bit nervous because I dropped it a few times and I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna break. Apparently this is supposed to be like bomb. Didn't add any change of color, which is nice. I think this is the right color. This is gonna be my next one. I think I'm gonna try this all by itself next time and see how it works, because I'm really interested to see if it works. My skin feels so soft right now. I really like that. I'm going to do eyebrows really quickly. I did see that Wet n Wild came out with the Sessive brow pencil. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. It has been some time since I've used a pencil like this. I'm a little bit nervous on how good this is going to last on my brows. Usually it doesn't last that long, but it is new. It was $1.99, I think. It was very, very inexpensive. There it is on the back of my hand. It looks like a perfect match. Oh, please show up. Please don't be too waxy. Oh, come on. Do you see how hard I'm pushing. Look at that. Like, I can't get anything to come up. You can see a little bit of darkness right here, right? But like nothing is coming out. All right, I don't have any other brow products to try out. Shoot. What a dud. Let me go ahead and do my brows off camera. We'll come back and finish up. That was so much easier to complete. We are moving into the next product. This is the new Physicians Formula Matte Manoy Butter Bronzer. I did end up going in with the shade. What shade did I pick out? Powder? I don't see the shade numbers on here. I do like the other one. I kind of got bored of it, but I love the smell. It's got this floral design on the front, and then on the back, it's like all matte. I really love that. It's the lightest one, which I feel like still looks a little orange in my book, but we'll give it a shot. And then on the inside, you do get the mirror, and then you get a little brush, which I never really use. It's a strong smell. I mean, I like the smell of it, but it's got a very strong fragrant smell. Whereas the other one, I feel like is a little bit more subtle, but it reminds me of tanning oil. So I'm just gonna start bronzing the forehead. I'm a little bit nervous that this might come out a little orangey on me. It looks fine. It's just the smell is it's a bit strong for me. Yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. Forgot to give you guys a little swatch. That's what it looks like right there. And if you want a comparison, I do have the butter bronzer. This one is deep. This one, obviously, I do feel like it does have a little bit of like a sheen to it, but I feel like if you have deep texture, this is definitely going to enhance and emphasize that texture. So I would definitely go in with the matte one. This is the original butter bronzer, and then this is the matte one. Okay. I'm done using that. That's way too strong for me. It's giving me a headache. 2 setting sprays. I have this one, which is the Stay All Night from e.l.f. This is their Microfine Setting Mist. And then the other one I have is by Pop Beauty. This is their Makeup Magnet Mist right here. Oh, that's not good. So I'm actually going to try this one today because I still have yet to try this. We'll give it a nice little spritz first to see what it's like. Oh. Ooh, it's got like peppermint. Oh yeah, that's a nice mister. So I also did come across this highlighter, which I thought was beautiful. My little baby hairs. Hard Candy, I don't know how new it is, but I got a lot of comments from you guys when I do like these drugstore videos to please try out Hard Candy. And Hard Candy was one of the first actually makeup brands that I played around with when I was younger, and now I'm starting to see them. I'm trying to come around to what they're doing. I feel like their products are very much hit and miss from what I've tried in the past. Although I was walking by their little cap and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try this. Stay Glassy Highlighter. This is the shade Just Glow. Ooh, it is smooth and silky. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Let's try the tip of the nose first. All right. Ooh, it's got a little bit of like sparkle chunks. Please don't have that. I have really high hopes for you. All right, so there you have that one. And then, okay. Do you guys see it? It's there. I have a little bit of texture here, and if the glitter gets right on that texture, it's no good, no bueno. I want to put my lips a little bit while we're working on the eyes. Pop Beauty came out with this Plump Pout Volume Gloss, as you can see here. They actually came out with 2 shades. They came out with this baby pink, and then they came out with this clear one. So right now, I think I'm going to try out this clear one, which is what I have in my hand. I kind of like the packaging because I feel like it's kind of different. Like, look at how flat it is. Let's give it a shot for right now. Let's play with this one for a few minutes and see how it works. Let's see if it does anything. Because the other one I have also is this one by LA Girl, and this is the Lip Plumper, and it is tinted, and it's supposed to moisturize and plump the lips. I'm feeling a little bit of cooling, but no tingling yet. It's definitely not like the lip injections. So I did come across 2 of the new Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes. I was able to come across a Nude Awakening and Call Me Sunshine. So these look very similar to the old packaging. I do believe Nude Awakening is one that they had come out in their old packaging, which was more slanted, right? I used it in quite a few videos. The other one that I picked up was called Call Me Sunshine, which is the one I kind of want to play with today. This one gave me the Naked Honey vibes from Urban Decay, so I thought that we would try this one out. I did go ahead and I swatched them so you guys could see what they look like. Just touching them and feeling them, I would say that the mattes feel very buttery. The shimmers in here feel very hard. I go in with this shade right here, which is kind of like this light mustard shade. I don't really have a particular look that I'm trying to create with this. I just want to try to use as many colors as I can and just see how they all play together. So that color is coming off really nicely. Using the same brush, I'm gonna dive into this next color, and I'm actually gonna start on the lid and use this as my next color for transitioning, just to start deepening out the outer corner. I really like this shade. I think this is why I also fell in love with the Naked Honey palette, because they had some of these shades as well that were just, you know, different types of yellows, and, you know, in the pan they look ugly, but they're very beautiful on the eyes. I'm gonna take the same shade and run it along my lower lash line. This color actually had quite a bit of payoff and kickback, so let's hope that there's let's hope there's not too much fallout. Also take this shade using the same brush. I'm going to take this shade and run it along my lower lash line, really connecting the outer corner together. This dark shadow is super easy to work with. I'm so impressed with how well it's working out. I'm just kind of taking my time. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of that darker mustard shade and kind of just swoop around the edges to make sure it's blown out. But look at how pretty that is. No patchiness at all. Maybe we'll do the yellow and kind of top it with this one. Or do we want to do like a full copper eye? I'm going to use a flat shader brush without any product, and let's see how it works. Oh, it's actually coming out really nicely. Okay. Let's add a little bit of setting mist to it and see if that enhances it. Oh yeah, that like totally made it pop. And I'm actually impressed that I can use a brush. I actually think the brush works way better than my fingers. I'm gonna go in and take this brightest shadow right here, the lightest shadow, and use that for my inner corner highlight. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this so much more than I like that highlight shade. This little lip plumper, it's not really doing anything. So here it is. Oh, I smell cinnamon in this really quickly. Oh, that is definitely tingling. Oh, wow. I think that product was like $3 or $5. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. This is what I was looking for. I did pick up 2 mascaras to try out. This one I was very intrigued with. I actually saw this in like an ad or something. This is the Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash. You guys know I really do enjoy their So Fierce mascara. This one from e.l.f., which is their volumizing mascara in black. This is their Lash It Loud. So because I definitely want to try both of them out, I just want to see what it looks like. I'm going to try one on each eye. The e.l.f. one will be here and the Revlon's going to be here. So here you have the wand. It is a rubber wand. Usually not my favorite, but we're going to give it a shot. I really don't have a e.l.f. mascara that I'm a huge fan of, so I'm hoping this one works out. All right, I actually like the way that that's lengthening it. This is actually probably the most decent mascara I've tried from e.l.f. so far. All right, so let's let that sit for a few seconds. Yeah, this one looks like the Exhibitionist mascara. Super fluffy, whereas the original So Fierce mascara has a rubber bristle like this e.l.f. one. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna love this one. All right, so my lashes are starting to fall with both mascaras. Can you see? Like, this is very much more fluffier, whereas the e.l.f. one is giving me very spidery, sticky lashes. My lips are burning. Holy shit. If we had to choose, I would definitely say the So Fierce mascara is kind of the winner right now. I'm gonna pop on some lashes. These are actually by Ardell. They sent me this little box of lashes and they have the different sizes. These are already cut. but I just want to show you what they look like. These are the style 421, which is that middle row. It came in this box set like this called the Naked Lashes. They were $14.99 is what the price point was. Ordering more because I love these lashes so much. Like, they just give me everything I want, with the band being that traditional super lightweight band. If I find it, I'm hoping to find it on Amazon. I'm going to link it down below. We do have the lashes on, and I applied a little bit of the Big Bad Lash on the lower lash line for my lower lashes. So you can see it definitely gives them like that like voom for the lashes. But these lashes are amazing, you guys. They are bothering me on the inner corner, which I'm laughing because I was like, I just spent minutes raving about how amazing you are. Like, don't fail me now. I did come across two lip products. The first one is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner. And I just got this like rosy tone lip liner. My Target just put in the new Mented line. They just put in the new Mented line. So I wanted to pick up one of their lipsticks. I ended up going in with the shade Dope Taupe, so that is what we're going to apply on the lips today. So it is darker than what the color on the packaging looks like. Oh my gosh, I love this color. $3.99 for these lip liners? Not bad. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this color. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I'm like, something looks flat, and I think it's the blush. All right, guys, so that is our drugstore try on for today. So let me start off with some of the products that I was really impressed with. The first one has to be the lip color. I was wanting it to be this color, but I also was a little bit nervous that it might be too light. I am glad and happy that I went with this color. Revlon Big Lash Mascara, beautiful. Super excited about it. I love the way that it looks on my lower lash line. And with the wand like this, I knew for a fact that I was going to really enjoy it, and I did. As for the eyebrow pencil, that was a big flop. Definitely didn't have any color to it. I'm very glad that it only cost me $2, but it wasn't pretty. If you guys have any questions about any of the products that I tried on down below, make sure to look down in my description box, and I will see you all next time. I'll see you soon. Bye.